Hey, this is Shan for Difference of Skill, bringing you my Spike Brothers deck profile, and as you can see, this is an English Spike Brother, Juggernaut Maximum, so, yeah, that means I am playing English right now, so, you know, I got English cards, and this is only because, of regionals, and, if it ever comes, then I'll have deck to play. Now, I might sound a little snuffy because I have bad hay fever right now, because summer is here, and I'm feeling very under the weather, but I still have to post videos because everyone loves videos. Now, oh god, I sound so sick. We're back as I drink some water. Okay, so here's my grade 3 lineup. I run 8. I run 4 Juggernaut Maximum. This card's effect, basically, when you attack with this card in the rear guard zone, you may Soul Blast 1, and then you can, and this card gains plus 5,000 power, and then he goes back to the deck at the end of the turn. At the end of the battle. My bad. That's very important, because of the combos you do with this card. Now, just put them aside. I play 3 Unite Attacker. His ability is when you Soul Charge, every turn you Soul Charge the top card of your deck, then this card gains plus 2,000 power. 2,000 power, in case you didn't hear me properly, because I sound like a tranny. Now, his Mega Blast is, when this unit attack hits, you can look at the top 5 cards. Well, first you pay out 5 Counterblasts and 8 Souls, but so that's never going to happen. To be honest, I never even read his Mega Blast, because it is Spike Brothers, they're not supposed to be able to last that long anyways. So you may look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to top 5 cards. You can choose any amount of Spike Brothers from the top 5 and call them to your rear guard zones. Now that basically means you can call all 5 of the cards back into your rear guard zone. That's generally a bad idea, because, you know, you're never supposed to have that 5 damage 8 soul. Yeah, there's not much to say. He's just decent because he's a 12k after the slow charge, so yeah, cuts the weakness of Deadly Dan. Now, the last grade 3 I run is General Seyfried. I think his ability is quite neat. He has the passive ability when this card is boosted by Spike Brother, he gains plus 3,000. And his secondary ability is when this card trigger checks at level 3, such as this, you can call it to an empty rear guard circle. And it's not can, it's you must. You must do it unless you don't have an empty circle. Then it stays to your hand. So, generally, good card, but not going to be running these when Extra Booster 03 comes out. So, bye-bye. Alright, so the grade 2s in this deck. I run 1 10k Intercept and 2 Devil Summoner. This is because, oh my god, why is someone always doing something? Oh, god damn. Window close, power activate. Okay, so, yeah, every time I'm doing a video, someone has to be doing something. Someone. Either they're knocking on my door, or someone's outside doing something. Anywho, so I play 1 10k Intercept, because I found it on table, and I play 2 Devil Summoners, because I found them on the table. Now, Devil Summoners, decent card. I'd say it's pretty good for, I might run one more over this, because I actually never draw this card. I'd much rather have this card, though. So this card's effect is, when you play it, you can check your top card of your deck. If it's a grade 2 or 1 Spike Brother, you may call it to a rear guard circle. Now, if your field is full, you still have to call it, so you have to kill something, and then call it over. Decent card, subpar, because you don't really need the defender anyways. So let's put these guys aside. I run 4 high-speed Bracky. His ability is the same as Juggernaut Maximum, except that he is a 9k instead of 11, so there is good reason that you should be running Juggernaut instead. So yeah, Soul Blast 1, when this card attacks, give him extra 5k and you return this to the deck at the end of the turn, end of the battle. Good card, 9k, very strong for 9k. And then I run 4 Treasured Black Panther, generic 10k, pretty self-explanatory. Not much to do there. Now, for my ones, I run 3 Embodiment of, what the hell? The hell? The hell? 3 embodiment of the armor bar. Well, that was awkward. Looks like I had some cards mixed up. Alright, 3 embodiment of the armor bar, because this deck is very little amount of level 1, good level 1 boosters, so you just splash in some bars. Yeah, that's basically it. Alright, now I play 4 Wonder Boy, generic AK beater, so now I have 7 AK beaters, which is very good. And I play 4 Cyclone Blitz. Now his ability is Soul Blast 1, gain 3k when it attacks. It's a decent card. I generally wouldn't use its ability, but I definitely put him in front of a bar or a Wonder Boy so I can attack them early and sneak in a lot of free damage. Lots of good damage to be done early. Okay, now for the key card of the deck, Dudley Dan. Now, Dudley Dan is a 4,000 booster, so that's why it's important that you have General Safe Read, which turns him to 17, or Unite Attacker, which turns him into 16. So, lots of good ways to cover its weaknesses. Even with Juggernaut, you can attack for 15, but against anything that's not a 10k Vanguard, you might have some little issues. But overall, if you have anything other than this, you're doing great. You're doing good. You're doing good. You've done good. So yeah. Dudley Dan's effect is when this card boosts a Spike Brothers Vanguard, you can counterblast 2 and select 1 Spike Brother from your deck and put him into play in the empty rearguard circle. Now this is a really good card, really good card. I'm surprised he's only a rare actually, and yeah. So I'll explain more about these guys later. So I'll just take them out just to do some examples later with some cards. Just gonna take one of these out and I'm gonna grab some boosters from here. Alright, so you guys are gonna do example cards. Okay, so now we move on to the reason why this deck is very good. You have Conroe. That's right. This is actually one of the main reasons why the deck is actually so damn powerful. Because of the consistency, you can easily get said Dudley Dan, because his ability is when when you ride something over it, that's a Spike Brother. So if you open bar, it's kind of bad. You might lose. But you move him to the side. You can counterblast 1, and then he can whatchamaface. I'm thinking of the word for it. You can tutor a level 1 Spike Brother to your hand. Now that's really good because you need your key card Dudley Dan, or else you're gonna lose. So, aside from Mecha Trainer being super good and broken and almost imba, now another reason why this deck is good is because you have the most ideal trigger lineup. As you can see, you have the yellow, and then red-green, also known as 8 crit 4 draw 4 heal. Now, this is really good trigger lineup because, my god, why is the dog barking? Because critical triggers are very good for a rushdown deck like this, especially because this guy, his ability is that you can soul charge him and then you can flip over 1 damage. Now I know that dog was really annoying and I can't do anything about it because someone just came home, so bear with me. Alright, so Silence Joker's ability, very useful, very useful. And now I'll go through just some quick tips and how to play this deck, in case people didn't know. So now let's say, oh god, what happened to you? This is your Vanguard, and this is your soul, and I'm going to throw in some other random cards. Say you have a really big soul for no reason whatsoever. No, it doesn't really matter. Now, here are your rear guards. Here's your booster. And here are your other 2 boosters. Now, I think I just ate the dent. Oh, no, where'd it go? Oh, whatever. Here, okay. Alright, so this is your ideal field. Regardless if these are that's where you went. Regardless if these are actually Wonder Boys, doesn't really matter. This is most ideal, like best field you can ever have. Unless you're playing Dudley Emperor, then this field would be great. If this was a Dudley Emperor, but it's not. It's a General Secretary. So we still have to use Dudley Dan. Alright, so to make this quick and simple, you attack with this guy unboosted for 16. You Soul Blast 1. they need to guard for guard or not, right? So this is basically how it's supposed to work. Now he returns the deck. Now you attack with him. Take a card from your hand, soul charge it, and then you search back Juggernaut Maximum. Now you attack, Twin Drive, all that good stuff. Then you attack again, and Soul Blast for each one of them, and then you smash them. Now the reason why this deck is so good, let's do some quick calculations, alright? Quick calculations. Say they have Dragonic Overlord, not the end, just a normal one. Alright, so you attack with this, Soul Blast. They need to guard for 10. Simple, alright? Goes back to the deck, comes back out onto the field in play. You attack with Save Freed. Because you attack with Save Freed, now he's back, right? Now, he attacks for 17. Assuming you get no triggers, he blocked for 10. That's fine. Attack with this, Soul Blast. He needs to guard for 15. And you attack with this, Soul Blast. He needs to guard for 15 again. Now, he has just, if we do not getting any triggers, if he goes at 5 damage, he has expended 50,000 points worth of shield in order to survive. Now, this might be like, oh, but you just wasted so many cards. Yes, but the point is, you're supposed to constantly pressure and rush them, so that when you go for the all-in turn, they don't have... Okay, think about it like this. If you're at 5 damage and you don't have 50,000 worth of shield, you're going to lose. Now, doesn't that sound hard? Yes, it does. Because 50,000 shield is not easy to come by, especially if they're rushing you so early. Unless you got a ton of triggers in or your Joel, or you're me, and it's good. Anyways, so this deck, very easy to play. In my opinion, at least. Some people might go like, oh my god, this deck is so hard to play. I like to play 4 Devil Summoners because it's a +1. Nah, I also like to play Gigantic Charger because I think its ability is better than Alfred. But, like, yeah, those people, just stay away from my Spike Brothers decks. So, Spike Brothers, very good deck. I would have to say that after Deadly Emperor comes out, it might actually compete for Tier 1. Might actually be a good Tier 1 deck. And because Tier 0s like Overlord the End, Phantom Blaster Overlord, Majesty Lord Blaster, the Tier 1 Tsukiyomis, they all need a lot of time to set up. Now this deck doesn't give them enough time to do anything. Because if, say you went second, Kagero needs at least 4 turns to get to Overlord the End. And by then, you should be rushing them mostly to 5 damage already, which is a good counter to most of those crazy cross-ride decks, because early game, they're a bit weaker than you expect, and that's the only time they're weak. And then when they get to their cross-ride, you're kind of dead. So, this deck, very good for rushing, especially against like Tsukiyomi, where Tsukiyomi needs a lot of turns to set up and stall. If you can like sneak in the early damage, then constantly pressure with the high attacks, then you could easily just win the game right there, just because your cards are so powerful and so fast. And after Deadly Emperor comes out, at your final turn, you can attack 5 times, and for up to approximately, let's see, 10, 15, 65,000 points of shield worth of attackers with no triggers. Now, in one turn, ditching 65,000 points worth of guard is quite difficult. So that deck, very, very good. I think it's going to be... I think that in the current format, like for English, when BT03 comes out, ET03, so Extra Booster 3, Cavalry of Black Steel comes out, I think that Spike Brothers might actually become top tier. Because in my prediction, it will be one of the strongest aggro decks out there. So yeah, this is Chan from Different Skill. These are my hands. This is my Garmol mat, and that was my Spike Brothers deck profile with a quick how-to. So yeah, hope you rate, comment, subscribe. We'll keep up the good work. If you guys keep up the comments and stuff, I love reading them. When I go to work, I do nothing but read comments and like reply people. So yeah, go me slacking at work. So yeah, bye guys. This is Chan from Different Skill. Bye.